welcome to the tutorial on Power BI. In this session of tutorial, let's create our first Power BI visual. After creating our Power BI visual, let's also understand how do we set the interactions between different visuals in Power BI. Let's start. First, I'm importing Excel data into my Power BI desktop. So as soon as I import my data starts appearing in the fields section of the Power BI desktop. So once the data gets imported, there are different ways using which you can build your own Power BI visual. Suppose let's take the column general health. So as soon as I click on that column, the data starts appearing as a table. Clicking on patient ID, I get the number of patients in different health ranges. Suppose I do not want the data to be appeared as a group value, so I click on don't summarize. Now the data gets displayed at the lowest granularity of patient ID. So I'm changing it to count because I want to see the number of resources per health category. This is one way. After creating your table, you can click on any of these visuals, transform your table to such visual. Now I'm clicking on the stacked column chart. So as soon as I click, my visual gets changed to a stacked column chart. As I told you earlier, this is just one way of creating your visual. Let's see the other way by which you can create your own visual. In the earlier thing, when I click on the column name, the column started appearing as a table. After creation of table, I clicked on the visual to transform it to a visual. But now, I am first clicking on the visual. Now, I can just drag and drop my column to the axis section of this tutorial, of this visual, so that general health will be taken as the category axis of this visual. Now, I drag and drop my patient ID into the value section. I get the same visual at the end. Here, if I want to split this data based on gender, I can just bring in gender to my legend section, by means of which the data gets split based on gender. I am doing the same in this case as well. Now you can understand the difference between a stacked column chart and a clustered column chart. Let's have just one here for our analysis purpose, and I am removing the gender from here. Now that I have created a histogram using general health and count of patients, I'm just sorting this based on the number of patients per category. I'm creating an additional visual, which is a matrix here. As you know, a matrix can also be called in other words as a crosstab. It gives you a comparison between different dimensions. Now I'm having my general health in my row section. Similarly, my patient ID would be my value, in the sense my count of patients would be my value, and if they have opted for a health plan or not, that will be my column. In this case, as soon as I focus on this visual, I get to see how many of my resources have opted for a health plan and how many have not. For now, I'm just removing my health plan section in order to bring in my age section. So this crosstab gives me bifurcation of patients based on their general health and their age sections now. As a continuation to this video, let's understand how do we set the interactions between these visuals. So as you can see on my screen, once I click on my FAR section, my data in the lower visual gets filtered for FAR. Similarly, as soon as I click on poor, my lower data gets filtered for poor. I click control and now I select FAR and poor, my lower visual gets filtered for the status of FAR and poor. Say that I don't want my lower visual to be filtered for any of the clicks that I do in my higher visual, top visual. In such case, what will you do? Let me show. Click on your hair visual, click on your modeling tab, sorry, help format tab. There's an option called edit interactions. Clicking on edit interactions, you click on your visual. This shows all the other visuals. How do they respond to your click on this top visual? Here, as you can see, how it is working. Like as soon as you click something in your top visual, your bottom visual filters. Now I'm saying don't do anything, none. Now let me disable this. Let me click on my top visual. Now I click on my top visual in the poor section, but my lower visual does not get filtered. In such way, I can control my interaction. This holds true for any click that I make for the other visuals as well. I am clicking on my lower visual now. I can see that my top visual has three options here. Whereas in the previous case, when you click on the top visual, your bottom visual shows only two options. But let's see what are those three options. Now I'm clicking on my lower visual. I get three options. One is filter, one is select, and one is don't do anything. Or in the sense, second one is highlight, and the third is don't do anything. Let's see what the highlight does. Now, as you can see, the highlight option is selected in your top visual. In this sense, as soon as I click something in my lower visual, my top visual highlights were the same. Now, I click on 29 age and excellent health. So there are two resources which is being highlighted here. Click on, say I'm clicking on my far section. What happens is my entire far section gets highlighted in this case in my top visual. Now, let's say I don't want my top visual to get selected or to get highlighted for the selections that I make in the lower visual, but I want them to be filtered. In such case, I'll change the highlight option to filter, click on edit interactions. Now, as soon as I click on this 4, which is of age 13 and health poor, my data gets filtered. As you can see, the data that is shown in the top visual is for poor health category and the number of patients is 4. That's all in this tutorial. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe for more videos.